This video/stream is sponsored by Trader Central. Trader Central provides funding for traders, spot cryptocurrency exchange services, and access to trading tools like copy trade software, portfolio tracking, and a social platform exclusive for communicating with trader friends. Sign up now using the link in the description and get up to 30% off on your first plan.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Hope you had a great week this past week, as the market gave us plenty of opportunities to capitalize on. In this video, I want to talk about my analysis for gold, just to give a quick update, and then I'll give a quick update about other pairs as well. So in this from the weekly time frame, we can see that price is currently from this lovely rejection here and currently forming this pin back candle. In my last analysis video, I was expecting price to get here. All I did was just adjust my my trend line, because initially my trend line was down here, so price didn't really get to that level, but I knew it was around there. And that's the interesting thing about trading as well, that you don't expect price to always get to an exact level, and sometimes you may need to just adjust your lines because you're not always perfect. So that is why I was able to adjust my trend line just to this level, and this trend line is still valid as well. So it can be valid here, and even if my trend line was still on the other side, there is still where it was there, it's still valid because it's still an area, not an exact line anyway. So as you can see that this price is still within the trend line as well. So immediately price got into that area, it rejected off it, and that's what we're seeing now on the forward time frame. And price is now getting back to this resistance level, which was previously support, and a very strong support previously as well. And you can see how price broke through it very strongly. So when price gets, I'm expecting price to get here. When price does get here to the 1915 area, one of two things can happen: either price breaks it to the upside, or price rejects from that level. Now if price breaks it to the upside, then most likely price would continue to the upside, and it will continue to buy. But if price rejects off this level, then and gives us like a sell signal from there, then the price may end up selling. But if this week closes with this bullish pin bar, then most likely price will continue to the upside, from what I'm saying. If we go down to the daily time frame, again we can see what's happening here on the daily time frame. We can see that price got to this trend line here, and also this zone here that has been tested before. You can see, even if you put your price all the way to the left side, we can see price testing it here, and here. So, and that's the 1850 level, or 1851 level. And price quickly rejected off that level and kept on breaking previous resistance, now heading towards this next resistance area around the 1915 level that I mentioned earlier. So if price gets here, gives us a reversal pattern just like this sort of pin bar that price gave us previously, or like an engulfing candle on inside bar, then we'll be looking to take our sell trade to the downside, back to the trend line here, okay, to form like a double bottom pattern, and maybe price will continue to the upside, or eventually break it to the downside. All right, that is one possibility. Okay, another possibility that I'm seeing as well is price breaking that resistance level and then continuing to the next resistance level. So that is price gets to this level, breaks it to the top, comes back to retest it, gives us a bullish signal, and then before taking to the top again. I keep saying that even if price gets to a certain level, you have to wait for price to give us a signal to enter. And the signal that I normally look at is a reversal candlestick pattern, or a continuation candlestick pattern around those key levels. And if I don't see any proper confirmation, then I wouldn't trade at all. And usually my confirmation candles are three: the bullish, the engulfing candle, that bullish or bearish, the inside bar, and the pin bar. And you can see previously, look at the pin bar forming here, and this was very easy to trade to the upside. This is also another pin bar as well. And when this pin bar forms, you always have to wait for it to close before you decide to trade it. It can be a very long wait, but that is what will be very beneficial. And if you're able to enter on the close of these confirmation candles, then you'll be able to benefit from it. And my favorite confirmation candle is the pin bar, if you haven't noticed as well. And you can see another pin bar here again formed a bearish pin bar, and then price pushed all the way to the downside. And again, you can see this pin bar here formed again, and then price pushed to the downside. So that is how I normally trade. So I usually look at my candlestick patterns on the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. So now, even if price gets here, I'm not going to rush to take any trades until I see a proper confirmation candle either on the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. And if price breaks this level, I will expect price to come back to retest, and I'll wait for those candlestick patterns to form around that area. If those candlestick pattern doesn't form, I'm not going to take my trade because it could just be a fake out. Next, it will go down to the 4-hour time frame just to see what is happening there, and how we can capitalize on the market as well. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the price is now heading towards this resistance area here. So we will be looking to see how price reacts to this resistance area. There is a very strong possibility here that price, okay, could, you can see this formation here, get all the way to this level here, come back to retest it, go all the way down here, gets to this level, okay, and either comes back to retest this area, forming like a inverse head and shoulder pattern before bouncing to the top, or price could break this level like I mentioned earlier to the upside, and then wait for a retest before taking the price there. So ultimately, regardless of what happens, this area here becomes our key area. All right, and we'd only trade it when price gets there and gives us a good signal. If price gives us a nice bearish signal at the 1915 area, then I will take my sell trade all the way down to the 1875 area. But if price doesn't give any signals there, then I'll wait to see what happens. And if price ends up breaking that area, then I would wait for a retest and wait for a bullish signal before entering a buy trade. Okay, so again, like I said, if this inverse head and shoulder pattern happens, the reason why I strongly believe that it could as well is that when price gets there, for it to retrace, that level is retracing to will end up falling on one of the Fibonacci ratios, which again we can see that would fall around the 0.618 Fibonacci ratio, which is the golden Fib ratio. So that, yeah, would makes more sense and more likelihood that that would happen. So again, that's what I'll be expecting. Doesn't mean that it would happen 100%, but I would have to wait for confirmations to be able to decide. Again, if price gets to the 1915 level, I wait for a bearish signal, and then if a price gives me a bearish signal, I'll enter my trade, and this is the take profit I will be targeting. And when price gets here, and if it gives me a bullish signal again, then I'll look into take my entry from here again, and then I'll target the 1964 area as my take profit. So that's what I'm looking at for gold so far. And if we go back again to the daily time frame, okay, what we can see as well is price making this off retracement after this very impulsive move. We can see price forming this sort of move right down, okay, and the price is going to form that sort of move again. All right, now if we look at this and we're expecting price to get towards this area here, okay, and maybe making one more down move just to complete that retracement, or just continuing to the upside and breaking it, we would say that if we draw our retracement, let's say from this first swing high to the swing low, we can see that that level fell around the golden ratio of 61.8% Fibonacci ratio. And if we take this again down to this area from the swing high to the swing low, all right, we can see that the Fibonacci ratio is around this area here. So we're expecting price to get all the way here. And even if price gets all the way to this level here, this is the 0.78 Fibonacci ratio, which is still very valid. And some price reversal can also happen from that 0.7 86 Fibonacci ratio. So it's something that we have to look at as well. But generally speaking, the 1915 area is our key area that we will be looking at currently. And then we'll be looking to see how price reacts to that level. Um, so you have to be patient. Price is almost there now. And we have to just wait and see how price reacts to this area before taking any trade. So if you're not already in any trade on gold, I would suggest that you wait and see how price reacts to this area, and then we can take our trading opportunities there. I hope this analysis on gold has been very helpful to for you. Next, I'm just going to quickly go through my previous analysis on the other pairs like Euro USD, GBP USD, and GBP JPY, just to give you an update on what's happening there. Because I gave my analysis over the weekend for these pairs, and I just wanted to give you an update on what's happening. So if we go to the GBP USD, for example, I remember I said that I was expecting price to reverse from that area around here as well. Price is still within that zone, and price ended up forming this channel. Okay, and I was saying that my trade that I took, I'm expecting like a 500 pip return on that trade, and I'm not going to exit it. I will just manage my trades appropriately and look for more sell opportunities. And that's exactly what's happening. You can see that for that trade, we are currently around 450 pips up. And then I entered a new position here as well when price gave me that opportunity to capitalize on. And then we took the trade all the way to the downside. We're expecting price to get down to this resistance, this support level around the 1.23 area. And if you remember my analysis over the weekend as well, I was expecting price to drop significantly. To continue this bearish move, which is what we've seen, and price is going to get down to this level, which you see has been tested here previously, and may even break this level all the way to this area here. So if price does break this level and closes below it on the weekly time frame, then I'll be expecting price to continue all the way to the downside as well. So that's just a quick update on GBP USD. And now if we go to GBP JPY, I've been bearish as well on GBP JPY. I mentioned this earlier, especially when we moved to the daily time frame, that I was expecting a head and shoulder pattern to form, and I expect price to get down all the way to the 158 area, where we'll be looking for our buy opportunities there. And we can see our head and shoulder patterns forming exactly as we predicted. So you can see the left shoulder there, down to the neck. You can see the head over there as well, down to the neck, and then price got to this level again, the right shoulder forming, and we expected it to go all the way down to this neck and possibly break it all the way down to this support area here, where we'll be looking to take our entry if price either breaks or bounces off that area. So if you're already in this trade, or if you had taking this sell trade, then you should be in a lot of profit now around that area. And I remember I said that for me to take this trade, price would have to break and close below this area, and which price has done very well as well. So these very good opportunities to that price has given us, and you can see price form this of descending triangular pattern over there, and then you can see price kept forming this of pattern, lower lows, and price kept bouncing off this support level, lower high, sorry, bounced off support level, lower high again, bounced off the support level, lower high again, and then finally broke the level to the downside. Price has now finally broken and closed below this other support level around the 161 area, and I expect it to continue down to the neck and possibly break the neck all the way down to this area here before we look for our buy opportunities or sell opportunities around that area. So, and then lastly, if we go to trade on Euro USD as well, again, I said I have been bearish on this trade and I expect price to continue to fall. If we look closely, we can see that price got to this area here. There is a soft support, a resistance area here that price has got into, and then quickly bounced off that area to the downside. So if you're not on in this trade, there is still opportunity for you to capitalize on in this trade, because you can see that price was ranging in this sort of ascending channel, and then all you need to do is to wait for a break of that channel. Okay, and so if you're not already in a sell trade for you, this is an opportunity to capitalize on it on this break here. Okay, so when price breaks this level, we'll wait for price to retest it again and then take our sell trade to the downside. So that will be another opportunity to capitalize on the Euro USD sell. So I've been in this trade for a long time. I'm expecting like a 350 pips return. So for me to enter another position, I would wait for this channel to break, and then I would enter another sell trade just around here, and my stop loss will just be up here as well. And you don't necessarily have to always copy my stop loss as well. You can adjust it based on your risk appetite. So because I'm just using this to demonstrate, so this is not because I've not entered the trade yet, so I don't know the exact stop loss I'm going to use, but I know it's just going to be around that area there. So you don't always have to look at the exact number or the exact zone of my stop loss, because I'm not going to enter this exact value. So it depends on what I see when price breaks this level, but generally speaking, I'm expecting a break of that out of this channel and a continuation to the downside if that happens. And then we'll be looking at 120 pips on that move as well. So it can be a very good trade for us to capitalize on. So generally speaking, this has been my trade on gold, Euro USD, Gbp USD, and Gbp Jpy. And let me just add a trade on Aussie USD as well and see what's happening. I haven't looked at Aussie USD in a while. And from what I'm seeing on Aussie USD, okay, I was expecting price to get all the way down to this level. Price didn't, but I've already exited this trade anyway. I exited this trade around 200 pips. As price didn't really get down to this level, and I just decided to exit the trade. And you can see that price has come back all the way up to this support, this resistance level here, and quickly bounced off that area as well. I hope you guys were able to capitalize on that move. Again, as you can see, this is an inside bar that has formed on around this resistance area here. And again, just like I said, when you trade an inside bar, is putting your like a line at the high of the smaller candle and at the low of the smaller candle, and if price breaks and closes below either the high or the low, that's the direction in which price is going to go. And price broke below the low and closed below it, forming this sort of pin bar as well, and then price bounced all the way to the downside. So here what I'll be expecting is to see how price reacts to this support area here, this red line, because there is a minor support area, and if price breaks through it and closes below that area, then price most likely will continue all the way to the downside. I guess all the way down to the 0.7 area, and I'm expecting price to get there as well. I'm not going to trade this Aussie USD. I'm just pointing it out just in case you trade Aussie USD, just to help out. So this has been my trade so far. I hope this video has been very helpful. If it has, kindly leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel for more analysis videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great week ahead. Peace.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through.